We had the guys from Pacific Calls down here. They had a turkey series come out this May, I guess, and they were hunting out here. And we get out the first day and don't hear a gobble. We saw birds the night before, and they do not gobble. So set those guys down, and one of our guides was here for the weekend, and I said, I'm just going to go listen. And I walked from one end of the ranch, and then I met them around kind of where they were hunting. But all told, that day I walked 13 miles, and we didn't shoot a bird till the next day.
That's some moving.
Yeah, and I didn't. The coolest part of the walk, didn't hear any gobbling. I heard hens yelping, but there was this path, and I saw a coyote run to one side. And I could tell he wasn't running from me. He looked like he was doing. His ears were up, and he had a different posture. And I could just tell that he was after something. And I had been hearing a hen yelping. I'm like, this motherfucker's about to jump on this hen. So I kind of get a little trot in my walk, and then all of a sudden I hear a pig squealing. So I guess there was mama and baby pigs, and that coyote jumped on a baby pig. So I walk up on it. Coyote lets it go. Well, now mama pig sees me, and she starts like huffing at me. She's got her ears up, and she just kind of starts trotting at me, and I'm like, listen, lady, I saved your piglet. I'm the good guy here. And
interesting.
She starts like trotting at me, and I'm like, oh shit. But I carry a snake stick, and it's got a blade on one end, and it's got a big long handle, and it's about 4.5 feet, 5 feet tall. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do, because our trees here are tiny. They're mesquite trees. So, like, she can go up it with me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to knock the shit out of her with this blade, and I'm going to kick her, and I'm going to get in this tree as fast as I can. Luckily, she got about 20 yards away and then got her piglets in. But even then, like, when it was all over, I kept hearing her. She was, like, trailing me. I was on the path, and she was in the woods with her pigs, but I could hear her. I didn't like it.
No. Pig trailing you?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
I've never seen it before. I mean, I've never had a defensive mean pig after me.
I've only known one person that's
Was she kind of a bigger sow?
Yeah. She was a mature sow. She was probably 200 pounds, and she had, I think, three piglets with her.
She'd have whooped your ass.
I'd have hit that bitch right in the snout.
I've never known anybody to ever be attacked by. I hear about that all the time. Oh, do you worry about the pigs getting you? I've never even worried about that. The only time I know anyone's ever even had an encounter is another outfitter that guy used to guide hunts, was walking back to his truck parked the truck and was walking back the spread, and he was walking through some brush, and a pig had been run over, and that sucker had a broke leg and stuff, and he walked up on it, and it jumped at him, and the tusk caught him in the leg and ripped him all down his leg, and it screwed him up pretty bad because he got a bad infection out of it. But that's the only person I've ever known.
It was close to his femoral artery.
Yeah,
too.
he's lucky it didn't kill him.
But they said what it did is, so her tusk went into his leg, and then like it did a sweeping motion, so it separated the skin from the muscle, like a foot around basically. So there was a puncture wound, but like 6 or 7 inches around that puncture wound, all around it in a perfect circle. It separated skin from muscle, and then they sutured him up, and then he got a real bad infection there, and he's lucky he didn't lose his leg to that infection. That's the only thing it was him and me. The only time we got a pig with a bad attitude.